This video is going to show you how to use a barcode scanner to input information into a message and how to select messages. Right here we have a bunch of different message formats, 1-line, 2-line, and 3-line setups that we can select so we can put information into those messages. Now here are the messages with the barcodes that have batches in them. Is expiration, batch and expiration, and batch, expiration, and manufacturing. All that information when you create the barcode is separated by a column to separate the information that's needed. Alright, here on our first message, first we're going to select the message format, either 1-line, 2-line, or 3-line. So we hit our message button on our screen, and that brings up all the messages that are available. There's a 1-line, 2-line, and 3-line, depending on what information you want in there. Now we're going to scan that barcode, and here we're going with the 3-line, batch, expiration, and manufacturing right here. So we're just going to scan that barcode. Then you look right on the screen, there it is, the name of the message and all that information that's in there. Now those are just aids for the information. Now we're going to scan this barcode that shows our information all separated out by commas. So we scan that in there, that 687Q. Now we see it, everything was populated right into the message. Now it's going to start printing that message. Now if we want to change that information without changing the message format, then we come down here where it says a 345. We're going to scan that, and immediately upon scanning that, it's going to start printing with that information, and you see it right here on the screen. So if we want to change to a different format, we hit our message key again, and we come up, and we're going to want to run a 2-line batch with expiration right here. So we're going to scan that barcode. Now that will be our message that is selected to print. Now we have to scan the data that we want to put into that barcode. So now we just want the batch and expiration date. So we scan this. Right here, there's a 485 or 456. We look at, there it is right there on the information. So if we want to change that information to the 987 batch, now we just scan that, and that information is put right into the message. There we go. And that will start printing that message immediately. So if we hit our message key again, change to a different format, we're going to go just with the 1-line batch. So we scan that 1-line batch barcode right there. We come down there, the message says 1-line batch. Now on this screen, we want to put in our batch from our file. So we go to that batch, we hit the 999, scan that in there. As soon as we scan that, it's right there in the message. So now it's going to print that. So if we're just going to have a batch change, all we have to do is scan the new paperwork right there, and that 789, now you're printing the 789. All right, now let's show you what that's going to look like when we actually start printing with it. We hit our message. Now we're going to select a code. All right, we're going to go to 3-line batch, manufacturing, and expiration. So that's the one that comes up, 3 lines. Now we scan whatever information we want to print. We go to 687. That message is in there, and now we're going to go over and watch it print. So all that information is now on the can. So all we have to do is when we want to change the information but still keep it a 3-line print, we scan the new information. There's a 3, 4, 5. New information's in there. We didn't touch anything on the keyboard now. And we run it, and there's the new information. So again, if we want to change the format of what we're printing, we're going to hit the message. Now we're going to go to a 2-line message, 2-line with just the batch and expiration. So there's 2-line batch and expiration. That's the message. Now we put in the information. All right, so we're going to go with the 987. That information was put in there. Immediately it's going to start printing that. There we go. And if we want to change the data, we just need to go scan the barcode and or the batch and expiration date on this one. There's a 456. Right there on the screen. And there we go. If you have any questions about this, give us a call at Gateway Coding. Thank you.